Now we start to discuss how the digital economy and modern business model challenge traditional method of measuring national output and income. First, digital goods and service. Let's take the example Netflix. Traditional goods and service on Netflix is Netflix initially sold DVDs by mail. They started as an online DVD rental service, allowing customers to order movie and TV shows online and have them delivered to their homes. The pictures show the situation that I told before. We can see in the picture, Netflix will provide the delivery service to send the DVDs. At past, the Netflix content was mainly movie and show from third-party studio and have no original production. As the technology advancements, now, modern digital goods and service of Netflix is Netflix digital transformation began with the introduction of streaming service. This allows subscribers to watch movies and TV shows on demand, eliminating the need for physical media and shipping. This shift represented a fundamental change in their core products, from tangible good DVDs to intangible service streaming content. Now we also can choose the movie or video in government not only in Malaysia, like Family Pack and The Secret Life of Pack 2 is an example. It shows the proposed situation of digital goods and services. First, continued growth and dominant market expansion dominant in various sectors like entertainment, education, like care, digital advancement shaping the future, artificial intelligence, AI and machine learning, Internet of Things, IoT, blockchain technology, virtual and augmented reality VR or AR. These these four is example of showing the technological advancement. Next, challenge and consideration, data privacy and security, digital divide, ethical consideration, regulation and policy.
Airbnb is one of the examples of sharing economy company. Airbnb stands for short for Airbed and Breakfast. It is an online platform that allows people to list, discover, and book accommodations around the world. It connects hosts, have spare rooms, homes, or unique spaces to rent with travelers looking for short or long-term stay. Traditional Airbnb operates as a platform connecting people who have spaces to rent with their guests. It started with a focus on short-term rentals, primarily for unique home-like stays. During its traditional era, each properties on Airbnb, including details like location, photos, amenities, pricing, and house rules, will be listed by hosts. Hence, its availability will be set monthly or long-term rates. Airbnb moved to modernity. It has developed beyond just a platform for short-term home rentals. It now offers a more diverse and sophisticated range of services for both guests and hosts, while improving the technology and user experience. One of the evolution is a flexible hosting options. Hosts can now list entire homes, private rooms, or even shared spaces. It's now include hosting unique stays like tree houses, yurts, and luxury properties under the Airbnb Lux and Airbnb Plus. Secondly, enhanced tool for hosts. Hosts can also now set dynamic pricing to maximize earnings based on demand and seasonality. Fourthly, a broader accommodation choices. Airbnb now offers long-term stays, monthly rentals, and curated luxury properties such as unique stays, which includes tree houses, boats, and castles, and also family-friendly stays catered to specific needs. Fifthly, customizable search and recommendations, where advanced filters are now available, like pet-friendly and work-friendly spaces. Besides, AI-powered recommendations is also ready for use based on user preferences and past dates. Challenges in measuring national output and income for Airbnb. which are informal transactions, that data gaps, difficulty in measuring productivity, and impact on traditional sectors. Last but not least, these are proposed solutions to measurement challenges for Airbnb, which are enhanced data reporting for Airbnb, integration of informal economy, global cooperation for cross-border activity, use of big data analytics, regulation and taxation, and redefine national accounting frameworks.
Free digital products and services. In a commercial economy, payments are typically made for goods and services. When individuals make purchases, their expenditure add to the national output (GDP). For instance, when you purchase a sandwich, the money you use for it adds to the national GDP since a transaction occurs and the sandwich value is included. However, in the digital economy, numerous services are provided at no cost, presenting a challenge is essential national income and output. These complementary services continue to offer value, but because there's no financial exchange, they are difficult to quantify in standard economic frameworks. For example, YouTube. Imagine you watch a video on YouTube. You didn't pay for the video or for using YouTube itself. YouTube makes money from advertisers, not from you directly. However, YouTube is still providing you with value because you are learning something, being entertained, or gaining information from the videos. Next, let's take a closer look at non-monetization and how the challenge traditional method of measuring national output and income. In the traditional economy, economic activities are measured by transactions that involve money exchange. For example, when someone buys a sandwich or a car, the money spent is counted as part of national income or GDP. Next, user-generated content (UGC). User-generated content (UGC) refer to any content like videos, posts, photos, or reviews created by ordinary people, not company or professionals. This content is shared on digital platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, etc. For example, a person posts a picture on Instagram or a funny video on TikTok. It is give value like followers engage with the post, but creator isn't paid directly for the engagement unless it's sponsored by a brand. A person creates a fun DIY tutorial on YouTube. It is give value like people watch and learn for free. The video may get thousands of views, but the creator doesn't always get paid directly for each view. Lastly, digital intangibles and data. Digital intangibles are things that don't have a physical form but still hold value. These include things like data, algorithm, and intellectual property. In the digital economy, companies often generate value from data or software which can be touched or held. For example, data. Every time you use Google, Facebook, or an app, data is collected about you. This data includes things like what you search for, what you click on, and even where you go. It is give value such as this data is valuable because company can use it to show you personalized ads, recommend products, and improve their services. The value of the data itself is hard to measure because it's not something you can touch or buy, but it's play a huge role in the economy. Next is algorithms. Spotify uses an algorithm to recommend music based on what you have listened to in the past. This algorithm improves your experience and keep you engaged, but it's not something that is directly paid for. The algorithm's value is not captured in GDP because it's intangible. It's just software or code that powers the service.
International digital transactions. International digital transactions is the exchange of goods, services, or funds conducted over digital platforms between parties located in different countries. These transactions typically occur through online platforms, apps, or electronic payment systems. A few examples of international digital transactions are e-commerce purchases. For example, we have Apple Pay, PayPal, e-wallet, and online banking, in which you can do online transactions through apps or mobile phones. Next would be digital subscriptions. This is where recurring payment model where users pay for continuous access to digital products, services, or content. For example, we have streaming services like Netflix, YouTube, Spotify. This is used for entertainment purposes. Next, we have for softwares. Microsoft Office, Canva, and Zoom can be used for professional purpose. Next, we have gaming. PlayStation and Xbox are also digital subscription platforms where gamers have to pay for their continuous access to digital gaming stations. Another example of international digital transactions is travel and hospitality. This is where booking international accommodation and airline ticket purchasement becomes easier and faster for the consumers. For example, there is booking.com, Hotel Trivago, Airbnb for customers who would like to travel to another country or another place. Airline ticket purchasements can also be done through digital transactions. Another example for international digital transactions are e-learning platforms. As you can see, there are 3 different types mentioned here, which is Coursera, that offers university-level courses, certificates, and degrees from institutions like Stanford or like Yale and the University of London, which are major or big universities in the world. Next, we have Udemy, provides affordable on-demand courses on topics like coding, photography, and personal development for skill-based programs. Next is LinkedIn Learning, professional development courses on topics like project management, leadership, and software skills will also be provided in these e-learning platforms.
Next is measurement challenges. Under the analysis of measurement challenges, it discusses how the growth of the digital economy has introduced challenges for measuring economic output using traditional methods like GDP. So the first one is growth of the informal economy and gig work. Many workers in gig economy such as Grab or Uber operate informally, making it hard to capture their economic contributions in traditional measures. And the second one is digital goods and services. The value of digital goods or services like Netflix is hard to measure since many are free or bundled with other services.
Now I'm going to talk about modern solutions. Modern solutions in this context refer to strategies or methods to address challenges in measuring national output and income caused by the digital economy and modern business models. We can identify modern challenges in measuring national output and income by researching and describe the challenges associated with digital goods and services. For example, these are intangible and often excluded from traditional GDP measurements. For examples include app purchases, online subscriptions, and cloud services. For example, platforms like Grab, Airbnb, and Foodpanda distribute revenue among many individuals, making tracking and accounting complex. Next is free digital products, such as services like Google, YouTube, and Facebook provide free access but generate economic value indirectly, such as through advertisements or user data. And lastly, international digital transactions. For example, cross border digital trade, such as software purchases or streaming services, complicates taxation and data tracking. We can also suggest modern solutions. For each challenge, propose actionable methods. For example, digital goods and services. We can utilize advanced data collection tools such as AI or machine learning to track and estimate their economic contribution more effectively. And the next is sharing economy. Partner with companies in this sector to accurately report distributed earnings, ensuring they are included in national statistics. Next, free digital products. We can apply methods like consumer surveys, shadow pricing, or cost benefit analyze to quantity their GDP contribution. Lastly, international digital transactions. We can develop and adopt standardized global reporting frameworks to monitor digital trade and ensure consistent taxation. The next is team collaboration and role assignment. Assign specific challenges to individual group members for detailed research. Next, designate one person to handle video editing and another to ensure subtitles are included as per assignment guidelines. Lastly, use recommended tools like Canva, PowerTone, or Prezi to enhance visual and maintain quality. We can also include real-world examples and visuals. For example, use case studies such as Grab's economic impact or waste to value, Google's free services to illustrate concepts, and lastly, create visuals like graphs, infographics, or animations to simplify complex ideas and make the content more engaging.